People of YouTube, hello and welcome to OpenXcom, the open source version of the original XCOM. This is basically a clone available for free for download. There should be a link in the description. And what this version or this program or this reimagining in a way of XCOM does is it fixes XCOM. It makes it more modern without you needing to use any sort of programs or additional programs like DOSBox and so on. You can see that the menu is already different, and I'm mostly gonna concern myself, and this video is gonna concern itself with this feature here, the new battle one. But I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. Before that, we're just gonna start a new campaign, and I'm gonna say or just go through the stuff that is different and is better. Like I said, it fixes all kinds of stuff that was not really fixed in the previous one. Actually, let's leave this the way it is. So first of all, options menu. You can display resolution can be changed now. Quite exciting. You can have it windowed, full screen, and this is a pretty cool feature. It's a display filter that I'm not gonna mess with now because I'm pretty sure it's gonna mess up Fraps recording, and I am indeed recording this in Fraps without any problem, which is great. There's all kinds of different languages that you can play the game in. Let's have this is English UK. Keep this out of the options, and you can have assigned controls, which never was there. And I'm scrolling. This is a mouse scroll happening in XCOM right now, and there's a lot of stuff that you can assign. And I think that's amazing. That's pretty cool. Now in advanced options, there's even more cool stuff where this is kind of like the second wave options that the modern XCOM came out with. I'm not sure which inspired which. I'm sure probably this was before that one, but anyway, I mean, you know, people have been modifying games for years. What it does is you can, for example, such minor things as disable the intro, or you can have sneaky AI, so AI will try and avoid direct contact with you. You can have, or some of the exciting ones I've been reading were instant grenades, for example. Grenades blow up as soon as they drop. You don't have to wait for a turn to for them to explode. Death notifications, which will help you to understand which of your soldiers died if you're renaming them and you care about them, because they all obviously look the same. You got a path finding preview, and you have range based accuracy and so on and so forth. It's really cool. I haven't enabled any of these yet, what I'm going to show you is going to be without these enabled. But this is vastly exciting for people who like XCOM very much, like myself. So, and this one, the filters, you can, I think I didn't mention that you can make it look as if it's on a CRT monitor and so on and so forth. So, a lot of just purely visual stuff to fiddle with, and most of them are OpenGL based. I think that is what is allowing Fraps to have, to be able to work and capture the screen image here. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go get away from here and briefly start a campaign to show you a couple of the things that are in campaign. They're new in the campaign, and they're not changing the game as they're not changing the nature or the vibe of the game. They're just making it a bit better and more user-friendly, and the stuff that I'm sure many of you have already thought, like, oh, it'd be cool if that was in XCOM, and now it kind of is. So it doesn't matter which difficulty, I'm not gonna play through. First of all, exciting stuff. So this is me pressing the arrow keys. I think this is something that everyone wished existed in XCOM. This is me using the mouth scroll, and that happens. Amazing. I mean, I could be doing this for hours. This is a dream come true. How little we want. And the little circles you see around my cursor are the radar ranges. So the smaller one is obviously the small range, or whatever, the small radar. Or is it wide range, narrow range? You know what I'm talking about. And the biggest one is obviously the decoder thing that has 100% detection. So it doesn't matter, we just put it down somewhere. Scrubulator. There you go. Scrubulator right there. So inside the base, everything looks as per usual. But what we can do is, for example, if you go to this is just minor things first. So you can, for example, rename now your aircraft. I don't think this was possible in XCOM Util even. Maybe it was, but I don't remember it. But it's a lot of stuff that was in XCOM Util is now kind of here as well. You don't have to use XCOM Util. So we're gonna rename this, for example, as Flying Richard for obvious reasons. You can also, when you go into your Sky Ranger and go into a crew, you can rearrange who stands where. So if I want, for example, Yulia Ili, what a great name that is, to be all the way at the front of the ship, I can do that now. Obviously, renaming is also in the game. So like it used to be available through the Xcom util. So you can also call her, for example, Flying Richard. So that's all good, and you can see Flying Richard appear here. Excuse me. A very useful addition to the campaign mode, or the campaign screen, the Geoscape screen, is if you go to Purchase Recruit, you can immediately see how many you already have. So when you're buying soldiers, you don't have to go out of here and see, okay, so how many do I need? Okay, I have, sorry, not here. You see, mistakes come from that. So you go to here and see, like, oh, no, I have this much. Or you could go to the base information screen and you can see, oh, 8 soldiers, so I need 4 more, blah, blah, blah. Don't have to do that anymore. You can just be like 8, and you add 4 more, and you press buy, and they come in. Everything, same with everything else as well. Everything that is in stock appears here. Not in stock is 0, you can buy, so on and so forth. I think that's the main stuff that I want to talk about in the base. There's tons of details, like small stuff that I simply won't be able to mention them in the game. Sorry, in this video. Another thing that is cool is that your aircraft fly better. They're more fuel efficient, so they kind of go further. But at the same time, another great thing is that you can force them to lift off even if they're not rearmed completely, and even if they're not refueled completely, which is kind of makes the game a bit more realistic. So now that, say, you're refueling it, but there's a UFO coming your way, you can tell them, you know what, fuck the fuel, whatever you have, that's enough, go do it. You know, I'm in charge, I'm telling you what to do, which is great. I think that's more or less it. If I remember anything else about that was super exciting for me about the campaign, the campaign screen, yeah, the Geoscape, I'll tell you about it. But mostly I wanted to show you the new additions and fixes that exist on the tactical level screen. So we're just gonna get out of this game. Yes, we're gonna do that. And by the way, you can also make the aliens more aggressive. You go again to advanced options here, and you can take aggressive retaliation. Means that they are gonna try and discover and destroy your base all the time. So it's like a almost constant attempts to find you and kill you, which is also kind of cool. Right, so got her here. Now what we're gonna do is gonna do a new battle, which is an additional mode of the game that didn't exist before, and this is really exciting. For me anyway. So you can choose missions, and you can do straight up missions. You don't have to wait for them to appear, and this is really great. I mean, I love the people who made this. They're amazing. So what you can do is you can just go through the cycle to different missions. So let's say there's small scout, there's medium scout, there's large scout, there's harvester, there's abductor, there's terror ship, battleship, supply ship, terror mission, alien base assault. And then you can choose the terrain. Oh no, so there's more. There's base defense as well. There's Mars Cydonia landing, and there's Mars the final assault. So all the types of the missions are there. All the types of terrains are here: forest, jungle, mountain, desert, polar, farm. Did I say forest? I said forest. So you can choose all the races. You can also have it mixed. There we are. Choose the darkness level. Choose the difficulty level. So let's say veteran or whatever. You choose the craft, the 3 different ones that are available in the game that can transport, and enemy weapon level, obviously low, medium, high, and then you can also randomize this stuff, like so, and it will just give you random stuff all the time. And you can also equip the craft or just take the random one. So if you press that, you will bring you, I think, the random amount of people with you. So you see, this is the Avenger. We could actually put a lot more crew in there. And we can put a lot more equipment in there, and I think in terms of equipment they give you everything, maybe, or this is low technology level. No, it's high level. Let's just come out of here and do it again. New battle, small scout. Let's go high level, quick crafts, and I'm pretty sure that all the equipment should be available. Yes, so you got all the lasers, you got all the plasmas, and you got stun bomb launchers and blaster launchers and alien grenades and mine probes and so on and so forth. So it's all the stuff that could be there is there. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do a little mission. I'm gonna name up the crew, give them the names of some of the people who are in the TFTD, some of the subscribers who are already members of the TFTD. I won't be able to fit everyone. I'm probably just gonna take a small team. I'm not gonna finish this mission This is just to demonstrate the stuff that is new and fixed and better in the Battlescape. So apparently you cannot change the names of your soldiers when you're doing this random battle thing. There's no way you can get into their screen, but that's fine. Just imagine that it's you. I was trying to do here something, but let's just go take everything back to 1. And we'll be ready for a takeoff, as this, I assure you everyone's gonna die, so it doesn't matter really if, you know, I wanted to name everyone, but apparently it's not gonna happen. Also, this is gonna be the mission where everyone forgets to bring their armor, because death is more funny than everyone just taking up the damage, soaking it up, and not dying. So, we're going to Mars, the final assault. This is the very final mission. Terrain doesn't matter. It just says forest, can't say anything. We can have this desert, doesn't matter. Race mixed, because it's kind of realistic to the last mission. Difficulty level veteran, we're all gonna die, doesn't matter. Enemy weapon level high, again, pretty much arbitrary. Sky Ranger, arbitrary. Darkness, arbitrary, because we are inside an alien base. Of course it's gonna be dark in there because they don't use light bulbs. So that's all good. Let's start this. This screen is also kind of similar to the usual one. We have all kinds of weapons here. This is pointless because I don't think any of them actually have psychic abilities. And I'm just gonna leave them with random weapons that they have, probably. Another addition already that you can be accessed from here is if you press that, you can immediately go to your stats, and probably this is so that you can choose whether or not, for example, they're strong enough. If you go to where's strength? There we go. So strength 25, probably not the best person to be carrying a giant gun. So we can, you know, if we were actually trying to win this, we could give her a plasma rifle, and we can find then someone who is a bit stronger. Yeah, whatever. I mean, so Karen can have that, and so on and so forth. So you can check them. 39. So this is the man for the mission of, you know, having this rocket launcher and that, and maybe hold this in his hand. So again, arbitrary stuff. We're gonna start the mission. So second thing probably I'm gonna talk about is that you can scroll with your key arrow keys here as well. There doesn't always work great. Sometimes it gets stuck, but it's still a huge improvement of what used to be available for us. So I'm quite happy that it's there. Another thing you can do, you can by scrolling the mouse, you can cannot really see it now, but you can also change the level. So you don't have to actually click this thing anymore. It's still there in the interface, but you don't have to use it anymore because it's integrated with your mouse. Another thing that has been integrated into your mouse is, for example, I want to move here. Or I misclick, and then I go, oh, I misclicked, so I need to change my mind. So I'm going here. As I'm moving there, I can do right click and stop, which is great because misclick is the probably #1 cause of death in Xcom, or more or less. So every time works every time. You go here, you stop, and then you can change your direction. So you can save yourself from dying from misclick. Now, another great thing. Let's take this guy with a pistol. He seems like a brave man. Let's put him down. No enemies immediately visible. We need to probably find enemies so I can show you stuff, but not really. We can see it's not ideal. Oh wait, maybe this is not set actually to the trigger scroll that we're doing. Okay, so yeah, so trigger scroll now it works, and the mouse will not cause the screen to move, but you can move it with your keyboard, which is great. So this is me doing the mouse wheel going up and down. So what we can do with the gun as well is with weapons in general. So we go to aim, let's say that's snapshot, and I want to shoot, for example, here. Now, if I do this normally, like in a usual build, a normal vanilla of XCOM, it will tell me no line of fire. But you can override this, kind of like you can override the airplane not taking off when the fuel is not completely poured in. So you press the right control button and you fire, and then it will fire. Which is great. I think this is a great feature. Another thing you can do is you can, if you don't want to wait, does this have auto fire actually? It doesn't have. We need someone with an auto fire, so this better demonstrate that. That doesn't have auto fire, obviously. This has auto fire. So you don't have to go down really. Actually, probably we should go down. Let's take her down. Right, so do we have enough auto fire? We do. So I'm doing auto fire over here, right? Okay, no line of fire, doesn't matter. Okay, let's override it then. see that it's traveling for a long time and traveling and traveling, and you can speed it up, but then you have the danger of not seeing where it's going. So what you can do instead is you can right click and it hits immediately. Right click and it hits immediately. So you immediately know you don't have to waste time where it's going without. You can still change the fire speed and Xcom movement speed and so on, but and you can also load games now from this screen, which is great. You don't have to actually exit the mission, go into the main menu, and then load stuff. It is not required anymore. But the projectiles keeping thing is also great. It saves a lot of time to any Xcom player. So let's try to explore this base. See what else is up here. Because you know, pistol, I think there should be enough to take out the enemies in the final base on the highest level of weapon technology that they possess. So another great thing you can do, or not you can do, but you have in this version of Xcom. Let's take this person downstairs. There's someone standing there. Let's take her here. Hopefully one of them will survive. If you're holding two single-handed weapons, both of your sprites should be appearing on the screen. I haven't tested this yet, but it says so in the game description, where it says the differences between this version and the Xcom version, and the original Xcom version. Another thing is, for that we're probably going to require a rocket. Shit, yeah, of course there's someone standing there, blah blah blah. Hopefully we're not going to die. Can she move so she's the target? Alright, cool. So we're going to stand here, and we'll fire next turn, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Do we have anyone else with explosive stuff? Let's see here. Oh, you go. There's an explosive device. I think that also travels down, but I'm not sure, so that's fine. Oh, there's an alien already. Right, let's just get up, actually, and I'll do that next turn. So we can end the turn here. Let's bring this person closer to the edge. And there we go. Aliens. They should also be moving faster than before. Okay, so their turn was over quite easily. Quite fast. Okay, so we have this alien here. This is not the best place to demonstrate. Okay, let's not demonstrate. Let's demonstrate somewhere else. So, rocket guy, there we go. So we take a snapshot over here. We take a snapshot through forced shot. Hopefully no one's gonna die. Right, and this apparently was an incendiary round, or the incendiary rocket. So what I was going to talk about here is that the fire animation and smoke animation do not stop when you move, which was the case with the original Xcom. So if I tell this guy now to move down here, while he's moving, the fire is still animating, which is a small addition, but quite cool. Now let's try and chuck this to the guy here. I didn't want you to just go there. You know what? Just take a walk, Carla. Take a walk. You deserve it. Right. So Alan is gonna pick up the gun, and if all works out, yep, look at that. The double gun in Alan. Both of them in his hand. Isn't that cool? I mean, I know it's a small and nerdy thing, but I think this is pretty cool. This is very nice. Like, you can have that sort of action hero vibe going around you when you have two pistols in your hand. So that's quite nice. I'm not sure if it works with two rifles, because rifles I think are two-handed weapons, but we can try it out now. Oh shit, I'm still trying to stand on her head, I think. Oh no, okay, there we are. So let's throw this to this person here, and then she will pick it up, and no, it's a two-handed one. So it doesn't really work that way. Another thing that happened in this build is that the right-clicking on the door to open it without spending any action is now in the game, like it is in TFTD. They have also introduced it in the OpenXcom. Oh, I think she's gonna die probably. So another thing is that the soldier screens or soldier equipment screens are automatically saved. So if we use, for example, Martina here, whatever she has, she's gonna be loaded in the next mission, or she's supposed to. I haven't checked this myself, but she's supposed to be loaded like she is now. This is kind of like what Xcom Util provides as well. The thing is that I think, let's see if we can see it on her. You can see that Martina is of a dark skin, and in the game she is also of dark skin, which is, as far as I know, also new, and it was not represented in the original. So we have Alan here, who appears to be blonde, and if we go to his personal screen, he is blonde. And let's see, let's get another example. So we have a dark hair, dark skin lady, it appears here, Emma. And this is true. She is indeed. So that is another bit of accuracy and realism, you could say, added to the game. Another one is so some stuff I won't be able to show here because I would need mind control or mind controlling aliens, both of them actually. For example, if the aliens mind control your guy, you can mind control him back by mind controlling him, if you know what I mean. So he's not, you can just, you know, wrest the control of their mind back. Another thing is that when the screen often after the mission tells you, oh, this equipment is missing, they actually now, it will tell you what equipment is missing, so you're aware of what the situation is. And you no longer throw away ammo. Before, if you spend one projectile from a gun's clip, then that clip is gone. Now it is totaled, and you are only throwing away the amount of clips that corresponds to the amount of ammo that you spent. So that's another sort of optimization. In a way, it does make games sort of easier, and you could say that this is, you know, changing the gameplay in a way and making the game easier for you. But at the same time, you have all these additional options to make the game harder for you. So if you feel that it's easier, you can either up the difficulty in the opening screen, or you can just add stuff that wasn't there before, like, you know, having aliens be super aggressive. Like we just read out in those advanced options there. Ooh, what's that on the floor? Is there something on the floor? No, just flowers. Flowers growing. Where's our action? See what I mean? It happens sometimes, like it just scrolls away from you. So that's pretty much the only bug I've noticed so far. Oh, hello, there's an alien there. So we could run away. I wonder if he's gonna shoot her. He's not shooting her. Alright, cool. She's hiding there. And I'm probably going to end this episode, not really episode, but this video on Alan, a shootout between Alan and this sectopod. So let's start with a regular gun here. Take an aimed shot at the sectopod, like here. And it hit. Okay, now take it. Oh, we couldn't have auto shot with the laser pistol. So let's do that. We can see immediately if they hit or not. They hit quite consistently. He's not reaction firing at us. Possibly he cannot see us. So that's a right click in action. Any more shots that we can put in there? 11 for a snapshot. And that land as well. But the sectopod is still standing. So let's find out. So this video is going to end when we see who wins. The sectopod or the action hero Ellen Rowe. Okay, she's getting mind control, but she doesn't have any ammo, I think. Oh, the sectopod is retreating. Is she getting mind control? She's gonna be scouting for Alan. Carla is very brave. She's gonna go in here. Oh, there's the sectopod. So she's gonna hide from the sectopod now. And stand there and do a peekaboo when the sectopod comes back. While Alan... Oh, he sees the sectopod. Alright, fine then. So Alan found the sectopod and he's gonna now continue firing from his laser pistol. Hitting the sectopod in the grill, as we call it in the industry of Xcom. Oh no! He just hit his friend Carla, who was scouting for him. Alan killed Carla because he was unhappy with her scouting. He still can see the sectopod, and he has another snapshot remaining, so he's gonna... Oh, sorry. He's gonna go for that. And that was a miss. So let's see how the sectopod reacts to Alan's continued aggression. Okay, sectopod seems to have moved over here again. He's directly facing us now, so we're gonna auto-shot him once more. But the plants are in the way, and they're not letting us kill the sectopod efficiently enough. But we can have another auto-shot. The plants absorb the damage. They seem to be working together with the aliens against the humans. Sectopod is still standing, and we go to round 4 now, I think. But someone is mind controlling Alan. This is not fair, aliens. We were doing a duel. And sectopod wins. He kills Alan Rowe in one shot after receiving about 10 shots from Alan Rowe. So that's it. That's the end of the episode. Let's get out of here. We killed 2 and 4 missing in action. So this was OpenXcom. This is version 0.9. They're continuing work on it, and recently, just a couple of days ago, Julian Gallup spoke about OpenXcom and basically gave it his endorsement, even though they're kind of fiddling with his what's the name, intellectual property, he was still cool with it, which is very nice of him. And he suggested that people should check out OpenXcom and play it because it's great. So, and it is. I completely agree with Julian there. You guys should give it a go. At least the ones of you who are fans of Xcom, and I know there's many of you subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting in any way you can, and I will see you next time. Bye.